So I've been away for about a week. This is, I did kind of a quarter day yesterday, getting things ready. Today is day one of laying the new aft deck. So far, it's going pretty well. I have a little fussy business that I'll show you in a minute that I have to start with. But yesterday when I got here, I was astonished to discover this thing parked near my boat. I spoke to the owner today. He's doing his kind of an annual haul out and some, I think he's replacing his stuffing boxes and a few other things. We might talk to him later. I want to see if he'll let me crawl through this thing with the camera. It's pretty awesome. This is custom built. He and his father designed and built it and launched it about 20 years ago. I don't remember how many years it took. It's all mahogany planked. And that is, I thought this was like an iron icebreaker. It's actually just a shape to make her go more cleanly. I don't quite understand it, but it makes sense. It has to do with the way she planes at different power settings. It's fiberglass. I think he said he used his wife's exercise ball as a mold for that, which is pretty clever. She's awesome. The top sides are all mahogany. He said he bought 1,000 board feet of mahogany to do that. That's incredible. It's not a veneer. That's solid. It's awesome. Never seen anything like it. It's probably one of a kind. He's based somewhere around here. Nice guy. We only chatted for a couple minutes. We were both very busy yesterday. The Bad Donato. Look at that. Oh yeah, we got to get it crawl through. I think it's got twin 150s of some kind, diesel, B series diesel. I don't know the manufacturer. She's still fresh, only 20 some years old. Really, really brilliantly done. Just, it's cavernous too, I'm sure, inside. Not a really, really fast boat, but I bet she's very, very sweet. And look at how shallow the draft is for a boat this size. Ridiculous. Perfect for around here. Perfect for Barnegat Bay. Absolutely perfect. I really thought she was set up for ice at first with a copper plate there and all that, but anchors are pretty serious too. Camera crew.
Here we are.
This is my cameraman, my old friend James.
Happy to be here, proud to serve.
All right, sailor, let's go forward. I'm gonna have you raise the, here, I'll take that. I'm gonna have you raise the boom. We'll put the port topping lift on first. Where the hell did I put it? Oh, right here. Don't fall, there's no water. The pool's dry.
Great, because I can't swim in it.
You can't swim? Typical sailor.
I'm joking. That's a pro tip for anyone looking to be in the Navy is if you can swim, say you can't, and that means you get to go to the pool every day during boot camp.
Here, grab a hold of this and haul it up. It may swing, don't worry about it. Until it's like above head height. Right there's good. Hold that.
Hold.
Pass it under it. Just loop it under it once. Yep, now come around the front. Bring it back around the front. Now go cross it over on the pin over the top of the pin. No, the same pin, like that.
Again, I was a Navy sailor, not a sailor.
Guy doesn't even know how to coil down.
I'll do line handlers all day. If you need to cast off or
dock
pull
line,
in,
so yeah.
I got you, brother.
Get you working.
But
Get
don't ask me to navigate. Don't ask
You can get some splinters from my new rope fender. Somebody left these for me under the boat. I found them yesterday. How cool is that? These are pretty cool. I'm gonna make more of them, but these are a pain in the butt to make, but these are beautiful, barely used. No algae. But I still, do I have to carve that out first? I had to make that big ass drain fit. I had to carve some of this out of here. I think. Well, I'll make the hole and then see. Yeah. Cool.
All right,
Anyway,
we're rolling.
we're rolling, people.
I'm gonna get out of my light.
I'm doing something. I'm still gonna play in this a little more. Well, it's a good thing it's not windy. I have decent wireless mics, but the last time I tried to use them, they wouldn't. They were seeing each other, but it wasn't passing.
Oh yeah.
This thing wasn't acknowledging that there was audio. I hate this thing. But everyone who watches my channel knows how much I hate my GoPro.
This is a call to action to hit that subscribe button and join Sean's Patreon.
Yeah, I don't blame anybody for ignoring the Patreon page. I started like doing the usual thing, like, well, I'm gonna upload every episode a week before I upload to YouTube. I think I got to episode 5 and I found myself having to, it was twice as much work, you know, setting up the links.
Right.
I just stopped doing it. But there's always PayPal, which also is like crickets.
Send a check in the mail to the boatyard here. You take personal checks?
Oh, yeah, sure. Money orders, gift cards. Yeah. I'm gonna need a lot of Secret for that, but that's alright. We'll make it work. How dull is this? Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Well, he thinks I have too much torque. If I only had a place to let the dust fall so it doesn't go right into the bilge. I keep forgetting that. Dude, I've vacuumed this. Since I opened all this up, I've had to vacuum this bilge, I don't know, 11 million times.
That's well, keep it clean.
Pollen, leaves, dust.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you have a boat of this vintage, a wooden boat, the less time you spend poking around, the happier you'll be, because you'll keep finding stuff that's got to be fixed.
Of course.
Finding more work, more rot. Cool off. Thing keeps distracting me. It's so gorgeous.
Who could blame you?
Yeah. It's inspirational, that. It's a lot of teak. I wonder what he paid for that teak. It's hard to find the good stuff. That looks like the old stuff, the good stuff. I cut things out, I put in new things, and then I cut the new things. Yeah, I don't think that's going to get any better than this. This boat was built basically by one guy, nights and weekends, over 40 years.
That's been built by 2 guys.
What's that?
Now it's been built by 2 guys.
Being rebuilt by 2 guys. Yeah, he must have had some help for some of the bigger stuff, but that's another person I got to call. We've exchanged a couple of emails, but I really got to call him. I still have many, many questions. Some of them relevant. We go that way. Yeah, like I went to Harbor Freight and Home Depot and Lowe's this morning, and I couldn't find a round rasp. You know, like a wood rasp, not like a solid file, but it's hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a cheese grater, but it's cylindrical with a taper at the end.
Yeah. Not there. Interesting.
Where do you gotta go?
These days, yeah. It used to be you could go to Sears and get one.
Yeah. Oh God, I used to love Sears.
Me too.
Okay, boomer.
I love being a mid to late millennial. Very blessed to have grown up when I did, to have like the best of pre-internet times.
Yeah.
And like now the internet and whatever the hell we're doing.
Yeah, I'm technically Gen X with a cusp of boomer.
Mm-hmm.
It's all rubbish anyway.
It is.
But there's definitely a demarcation with the advent of the internet.
Absolutely.
The world of retail, mom and pops, hardware stores, boatyards, real chandleries, real boatyards, DIY boatyards, all that stuff. Poof, gone.
Yep.
Between the lawyers, and insurance, and the internet. Freaking YouTube sound channel. It's fun though, the internet.
Makes
and you know, it's the convenience factor.
It certainly makes the world a lively place.
Yeah. And the whole YouTube thing is certainly, if you want to learn how to do something now,
you can do
anything.
anything.
You have an internet connection, you have no excuse to be ignorant. Although you could definitely be led astray.
For sure.
But if you're smart enough to compare, you know, it's kind of like getting your news off the internet.
If there's a skill you want to learn, it is so available for you to learn on YouTube.
I'm gonna have to really. I'm gonna get a wood stove for this boat.
Oh, nice.
A little cubic mini, probably grizzly. You can hang it on the wall. I'm gonna put it on that bulkhead.
Okay.
Where the whiteboard is right now.
Great.
Yeah, I don't like cook this boat like a sauna.
Yeah, for sure.
And in a pinch, if I run out of firewood, I can always cut pieces off.
I suppose so.
Always an option.
I suppose so. Or just save the cutoffs, man. Just save the cutoffs.
Oh, I got a lot of I'm saving sawdust and everything else.
Good.
I might make some bricks.
Oh, cool.
You can take sawdust and chips and
I've seen
soak
that.
them in water.
Excellent.
Or, I don't know, just a shorter moment.
Right. Yeah, just a smaller airframe means your actions are more pronounced.
Yeah, you're not at the end of a long lever. In reality, you're actually accelerating less, but it's happening faster.
Sure.
So you get this feeling.
The rate is, whoa. The acceleration rate is.
But
cool.
Man, yeah. Ooh, I didn't really need to go all the way around, but we're having such a good time.
It makes me want to play a game of pool. Shoot some billiards.
Yeah. Do I want to do that around the top? No, because I don't have a big void there. I still got to hollow more of this out, but that's a good start. Yeah, you know, I love these channels where they have these nice, where like there's good light,
right?
And a close up of a power tool making sawdust. But to set that up when you're doing it by yourself,
no, it's a pain. Yeah,
there's nowhere to put this. What is it doing? Yeah, I'm getting a little better at B-roll. I try to be ready.
Yeah,
but the wildlife around here is very uncooperative.
I believe that.
Like I'll see an osprey carrying a screaming baby squirrel. By the time I get the camera, he's gone. He's gone. Or they'll just sit there, or a bird will, like a couple of cardinals will be sitting on another boat. Go get the camera. They're gone.
Gone. Moved on.
Yeah. Everyone's stopping to look at this thing.
I believe it.
What the hell is that? I'm telling you, it's like Captain Nemo's private yacht.
Yeah.
Like from what was that silly movie, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Oh yeah.
That's what it makes me think of. Like that crazy car that he had. Drones, definitely.
It's nice that there's not too many hazards around here for drone flying.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd fly one back here in the yard, but it'd be nice when the boat's in the water. Try to, like, if you can go straight out over the water and then come back in, get a nice shot of the whole establishment.
Looking forward to that day.
And then more important than the launch is really going to be letting it sit in the straps over the weekend with me hovering or lurking in the boat, making sure it doesn't sink outright. But at some point, a week or two after that, I'm going to do a renaming ceremony, which will be more of a social thing. So
cool.
But it'd be cool to have some imagery of it going. I don't want to, when it goes in the water, I don't want to be dealing with the camera.
I got you.
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
Leave it to me.
That'll be great, man.
Yeah.
Just getting started, and there's the first drops of rain. All right, just had to run below and get everything off the scaffold and come back up here and put the tarp back in place. I thought it was going to stop raining as soon as I was done buttoning up, but it's coming down for a while, I think. I just got to take I don't want to try to take much more off the teak. I might lick that underneath, but I'm going to try to contour this a little more. Unlike the starboard side, this one definitely gets a little thinner. It rolls off a bit. Yeah. I apologize for the light. I may rig a light in a minute, but today I've spent like 2 hours trying to find a pencil. Made 150 million trips up and down the companion ladder already. Oh, I see what's going on there. I want it to be 1.25 inches proud, which is exactly what I'm looking for throughout this project. But I need to get it so the inner seam lines up with these marks as measured. That's wrong. That can't be right. I gotta remark that. Can it? I'll double check that in a minute. This is based on the other side, the piece which I've pretty much completed and fitted into place. I didn't record that process. I'm going to try to show how I did this with this piece. If I get anything done today. Oh my gosh. I made a promise to myself yesterday morning. Woke up before dawn. It was going to be a beautiful day. Started getting everything ready. And I said to myself while I was having coffee, you're not going to get annoyed. You're not going to lose your temper or start rushing today. You're going to just stay on an even keel. And I think because of that, I was rewarded with good things happening. Didn't get a lot done, but this turned out all right. I only brought with me these two wide pieces of black locust, so to screw one up sent me over the edge, I think. Because I can't continue with the rest of it until these corners are done. Today I didn't make that promise to myself, so I'm already like vexed. And just like, 2 hours I was rummaging all over the boat and through the van going, where is that pencil? Why do I only have one pencil and why can't I find it? When I'm not looking for a pencil, I got 2 in each pocket of every pair of pants I own. They're all over the place. You need a pencil? It's not there. I was at the store yesterday. I should have got a box. I'm going to. The next time I see a box of these, I'm going to buy it. I think I could wind up messing with this all day unless I get the power planer and just take a 1/16 off this entire face because it's starting to get stupid. I don't know. Let me try one more little try. That's looking pretty good, and it dies away. My seam should land against the bulwark in the same place it does over there. So from here it looks wildly out of square, but I just checked it, even though nothing here is dead square. All I care about ultimately is that edge that you see and that edge are parallel. So I'm going to check again before I screw anything down. I have quite a bit to do. I have to make my big hole for the drain in this. I have to put my caulking bevel in this edge. I have to sand it a little more and all that good stuff. in hindsight, I realized I should have done that bevel before I started contouring this. That's what I did with the other one, but it should be okay. We'll see. I'm gonna fair everything a little bit more. The seams are gonna be a little bit uneven, but I don't think it'll be that noticeable, and it won't be a problem in terms of water tightness, I hope. Okay, what's next? Oh, the hole. All right, so now I need to make a hole just like this one, countersunk and all, in this one, in the same place. But I want to also, I scribed a line on this one. It doesn't quite tuck under the bulwark on this side. There will be trim covering that, don't worry, and it will all be sealed. That, basically, this is this line. So I want to make sure when I lay this out that the flange of the drain is going to have the same relation. I don't want it as it is when the trim is probably going to be about, oh, I don't know, ½ inch, 3/4 maybe. I'm going to have to contour it to go around that because I don't want to bury the flange underneath. But I want to make sure I'm not too far in any given direction. So I think I'm going to start by making marks on this one, the outside of the hole, even though of course the hole has to be plotted from center. I see my through hole is a little bit off center. Interesting. I used the same pilot hole. Gotta make sure that doesn't happen again. Although I had to contour this so much, it really doesn't matter. Because it's just a little 2.5 is just a little tight for that drain with the angled thing. I want to measure to the face, so I'm going to get a little bit more precise here. I don't even need to know what the number is. I just need to do it. Oh, I gotta do it at the same place though, don't I? Silly boy. Let's say like, what do you got there? Yeah, that's about where I did it. It's a 2.5 inch hole. Or is it 2 5/8? Oh yeah, this is a custom size. This is actually one. This is 3 5/8. Ugh, it's been mighty close. Yeah, as it turned out here. Okay. Now. Yeah, it would have been. I should have done these at the same time because I have to find center now. But as it turns out, I have a pretty good protractor in the form of the drain. Oh, but yeah. Well, I can just rotate it. It's actually going to be like that in terms of the holes. But for the purposes of this, I'm going to sort of square it up to this edge, my hole pattern. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. I have to move everything and lift you up right before you come out. You don't, okay, good, thank you. Appreciate it. center. So now take this measurement again. Push it forward to the actual seam below. 3 5/8. Oh yeah, I marked that on the wrong line. That's why it was so scary. I'll have just as much meat here. So center of that, this is already arched in, but you gotta be careful. 3 5/8, 8/16. 1 13/16. Right? 1.5 and 5/16. Yep, 1 13/16. That's the center. Now this is kind of crazy how I have to do this, but it's the only way. In order to countersink this, I have to get really creative. Pilot home. Let me just double check that. That looks pretty damn close. This stuff is dense. I know it's going to try to break this bit. But I want to start with the smallest hole possible. I think it's bent a little bit. Impossible. There we go. To make my countersink, I had to get a little MacGyverish with a laminate trimmer, which you're not really supposed to use for this kind of work, for hogging out, but the big router just wouldn't cut it. And I was able to make a hole after various attempts. I found the right hole to be able to use this plate to swing it like a compass to make a 3 5/8 diameter hole, or countersink, I should say. Apologize again for the light. I'm just got too much momentum to be messing about with that. That appears too small. I don't think that's it. Well, I can't even see it, so I know you can't see it. Oh, God. That's how you check it. Yeah, I think that's the right one. I'm going to go in very shallow side. Yeah, the contouring is a small problem already. I'm going to check it before I proceed. Yes, that screw is... Gotta ease that hole out a little bit. It keeps trying to ride up on the thread when I turn it. If I go clockwise, it'll stay put. Too small, I think. It's most definitely too small. So, I got the wrong one. Yeah, it looks like I was right the first time. It seems to be... really? Seems to be that hole. that kind of looks too small also. All right, I may have to try this again on a piece of scrap because this isn't making sense, and I don't want to. Yeah, it's too small. I gotta do this on a piece of scrap. 17% should be enough. Yeah, it turns out it was the very first one that I had marked. Crazy. This will do it the trick. Switch on the top. I'm not used to that. I keep grabbing it by the top and turning it off. Do I need to check it again? No. Just start checking depth. I can't really use the gauge on this thing for this. It doesn't have large enough increments, so I'm kind of freehanding it and then just stopping and checking after each pass. We are about halfway there. That should. I'm gonna go just a little teeny bit more. That hole's too small. What the hell? After all that. Yeah, go ahead and laugh, ducks. That's all right. Better too small than too big. I thought I tried all 4 damn holes. I got to try all 4 damn holes again. Because, yeah, at least I have just about enough meat left that I can do this. Crikey. Alright, it's new battery time. It might be lunchtime. It might be bear o'clock. I don't know. Or maybe a sedative. These weren't supposed to take a day and a half apiece. I'm pretty sure I've got it this time, although it kind of looks like it might be too big, but it's the closest one, so I don't know. Something's changed since I made the last cut. I don't know. I just don't know. What? I think we have, oh, that's weird. Yeah, we have the pretty much perfect fit here. Yeah, I can't account for it. I made a cut in the backside of this, and it it appeared too large for the flange, but now it looks perfect. So let us proceed. Well, it just went a little wild because I should should have not contoured it at all. I was just trying to, before I could do this, I had to make sure it fit under the bowwork, so I had to do a little contouring, but I should have made it flatter or something. I don't know. It's a little wild, but it's about the same tightness as this one. Part of what you're seeing is that this is below flush. It's not like there's that much play. These will get bedded with a little Sikaflex probably, and the squeeze out will just sort of be wiped away, or whatever I got to do. I like it that they're flush. I don't think they're really, I think they're made to sit proud, but I don't, that's a lot of water, you know, over this whole area in the corner. That's 3/16 of an inch deep. If that's sitting there for any length of time, it's just gonna rot the boat. So let me finish hogging that out. I think I'm gonna finish that with a chisel. It's scary doing it with the router. And before I waste time clearing out more of the inside of this, I'm going to make my big hole. Slow it down. Speed control. No. Right. Now that we know that that will fit in its hole, I'm going to put this back. That's a Sawzall operation. Tedious, not worth showing. Okie doke. That's looking pretty good. It looks a lot like its partner. I went a little too deep before I even continue the dry fit. Gonna take some of this off. Try to hog some of that off. Okay, so now we have two new high volume deck trains. Not even really dry fitted yet. I have to, before I go any further, I have to connect all the plumbing to make sure that they're gonna work in this orientation. And I don't have to remove any more wood, beam wood, etc. Then I gotta disassemble all that. Then I gotta prime the edges, prime the end grain edges of these pieces of wood with bin, and the outside prime the seam edge with linseed oil. Prime the beam where I had to cut stuff away, and wait for all that to set, and then drill my holes for the flanges, and then mount those, and then I can proceed with the deck. Like maybe tomorrow. It's already like 3:30. I haven't eaten lunch yet.